And we're live. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fatty. Welcome to the Funhouse. Tonight, I got my very special guest, Lencho Brown. Lencho, welcome to the Funhouse. What's going on, brother?
Thank you. Good, and yourself?
Hanging out. You know, we're getting Texas weather here in Jersey. It's actually hot as shit today out here.
Texas is the home of the players and pimps.
That's it, brother.
I'm neither or.
Nah.
Nah.
You're just a family man.
Yeah, it's a family. I'm on the tip. I'm on the tip. You know, just the tip, just the way they like it.
What family you belong to, brother?
My family.
That's it. The Brown crime family.
The Brown, the one that gets down with Lencho Brown.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Lencho for Prez, you know?
Yeah.
So now you're like that dude on like Instagram and TikTok. So how did you get into doing like the Mexican word of the day and doing your like dances and stuff like that? Because I got to be honest with you, you got like some of the funniest shit out there, bro. Like it keeps me cracking up and smiling all day long.
I mean that's I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. You know that you think it's funny, and that inspires me. You know, to do more stuff. And that's the thing. As far as those dance moves, everybody does them. You know,
Right.
and as far as I could go back, I used to clean carpet, and that's where it started. We used to get together for like a Christmas reunion, and right there they'll be like, "Hey man, show how to." When you do carpet cleaning, you use a wand to clean, right?
Right.
And then you spray. So from back then, pues that's how, like, hey man, like, Lorenzo, do your moves, do the Juan, the Juan, do the Juan, and then
Right.
do the pre-spray. So everybody that cleans houses, do yard work or anything like that, those moves are in you. Anybody could do them.
Right. You
So
just kind of set them to music, right?
yeah, so one time I was sitting down on my sofa and I said, you know what, man, I bet you I could dance like with a lawnmower, do some hip hop, like the OPP, and it was just coming into my mind. And so I said,
Right.
you know what, I could do a lawnmower, and then I could do the cheers to it. And everybody said, that's not the cheers, it's the loppers. I'm like, whatever, it cheers me up. And then, you gotta do I call them the dollar store sprinklers, because the old school sprinklers is like this, right? That's the
Right.
sprinkler that everybody, that's the old school way. But the Lencho Brown, I shop at the Family Dollar or dollar store, and those are the ones that are like kind of iffy. So you
Right.
start doing you gotta hit every angle to it, and do the up and down, and then to the right. And so just those three moves, and I said, I'm gonna put it out there. And I never imagined it was gonna hit. And sooner or later you start getting views and start getting and that one went like, I think it got like almost, when I posted it, it went up to 3 million likes.
Wow. Because I
No,
mean,
no, no,
I
I'm
see.
sorry. 3 million views, and then the likes like 200 likes. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I
Because
was
I
amazed.
see. I see that you have like over 1 million followers on TikTok,
Yes,
and you have like 120,000 somewhere close to that on Instagram, and
yes.
that's just amazing. I mean, obviously doing stuff like that it's a niche business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the landscaper moves that when because I used to have another account. The first account I ever created in TikTok, and I got banned. And then this one, I said I'm gonna start doing landscaping moves, and that one got me up to 200K.
Right.
So I never imagined of getting 1 million followers in my life. I go, man, 1 million followers, ooh! I
And
like
that's like
that's that's
amazing,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah, and I consider myself lucky. I mean, like a million. I mean, there's people like, how did you get a million followers? I'm like, I don't know, man. It just happened. I mean, to me, it's amazing, and it's just how much, especially the Mexican word of the day, cause
Right,
the Mexican word of the day, it came from actually like maybe 5 years ago. You will see them on Facebook memes,
right. I've
Mexican
seen
word,
them.
and it was a big hat dude, and there was this gentleman a year close to a year ago who says, "Hey man, you should do Mexican word a day," and I was like, I don't wanna, I don't wanna copy, I don't wanna start, doing that. I don't know. I could try it, and he goes, "Well,
Right,
start with the word mushroom." I like mushroom. I like, all right. So there was a friend, and she's a Cowboy fan, and then
right,
I go, okay, let's do our skit here. I'm a Raiders fan, right? So so pretend you're coming in, and then like, hey, can I have a ride? I like, you know what? There's not much room for Cowboy fans, you know.
right,
So that one got a little bit of likes and views, but then I go, okay, I'm gonna keep on going, and sooner or later, you start realizing people really like that stuff.
right. I tell you,
So,
one of my favorites was the one when you did the Mexican word of the day was cockatoo.
oh, cockatoo, yeah, Mexican word a day, cockatoo is like ta 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 ta. Hey, hurry up! Why? Cause I gotta do cockatoo. It's
I was watching
it,
that last night. I almost pissed myself. It was crazy.
people can relate because but sometimes that's what you really are knocking and like hurry up, dude, especially when like my family, we're 6 members and there's only one restroom,
Right.
you know and they're
Yeah,
all girls, they're all women. I'm the
oh,
only guy,
yeah, I
so
hear that. You're the only one that can pee standing up.
yeah.
But
But
listen, I'll tell you what though, a lot of like what you say, like when you do a new word of the day, it actually makes sense. It's like funny as anything, but it's like real life, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like nobody would really think to like, be like, oh wow, he really just said that, but that really makes sense. Not even just being funny, you
right.
know?
And
These are like real life situations.
yes.
But
So I try to act it out. I know sometimes I do and I just say the joke, but sometimes I try to act it out, so it could bring the joke alive. Cause that's how
right,
I started on TikTok. I mean, on TikTok you was and every other platform you could lip sync to audios. You could use your favorite comedian's voice, and that's how I started TikTok. I started doing a lot of comedians, and I will bring them on live, and now especially with the wigs, and you get props, and then you start to make that joke come alive. You start doing different characters, and that's how I started to get my feet wet on where I'm at today.
right,
Mm-hmm. And then the last keeper, like I grew up, I mean, especially with my stepdad, he used to do yard work as a side job,
right,
and every time like, let's go because you need to contribute to the family. So at 8 years old, he had me cutting grass and blowing using the blower. He wouldn't let me use a weed eater yet.
right.
There was no way. But raking, pushing, so all those moves are, like I said, those are was how I grew up. And then,
Exactly.
hmm and that's the thing. So one time I had my sombrero, and that's where it came, because that sombrero that I wear, my brother-in-law got it for my daughter. The first sombrero I wore, he got it for my daughter when we went out to fishing some lake out there in New Mexico,
Right.
and then I started to use it. So that was one of my props. But then one time I was at the roof and I was going down, and then my daughter goes, "Dad, you really look like those Mexicans that work in the roof." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I am. What the hell?" So from there on, I said, you know what? I should start dressing like that, you know, and then I'll start making that character, and that's what happened, you know.
But I mean, the character is definitely amazing. You know, you definitely outdid yourself there. We even have somebody that just posted a comment. His name's Junior Hernandez. Says, "Love Lencho Brown TikToks.
All right.
You the man."
Yeah, and today that's why you said like, hey, what happened to the perm? You know, I said, hey, I gotta be ready for my podcast because, you know, I gotta look good. So
There
then
you go.
I got man, I got no time. I was calling to the places like, hey, you know, can you schedule me? So I need to cut my hair. I need to really, you know, do my hair and stuff. They're like, man, we got no appointments, but we know this Ruka, this chick that hasn't gotten her cosmetology license yet, but she's
Right.
like an intern. So, but she cuts her hair behind the alley. So I like, you know, whatever. She goes, the only thing, you know, what she accepts is donations. So I said, oh wow. So yeah, the perm doesn't look good, you know, it's a little bit over here and over there, but I
That's all
still
right.
it works, you know. So I got myself, I supported an intern. She hasn't gotten her cosmetology, and I said, you know what's the best? But you see, it's a little bit off, you know.
That's all
But
right.
it works.
You know, it looks like you got a little Halloween coloring in there too.
Yeah, and then once I put this, the glasses, they'll be like, man, that's Lencho Brown right there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's Pimp Daddy Lencho Brown right there.
Right there, man. It's like, woo. It's like I look like a cheese puffs. It's like Mexican where they cheap puffs. I knew a girl that she used cheese puffing and good, you know?
There you go, bro.
She puffs so much smoke that I don't know.
Now I got another girl on here. TC said he's the mang.
He's the main.
He's the mang.
The main Mexican where they main. You know, he's the main.
MANG, mang.
Oh man. You know, it's funny how you know, and then people start saying, "Hey, do my state," you know, Milwaukee, you know, Mexican where they Milwaukee. It's like sometimes, you know, especially out of work, you Milwaukee funny, you know.
Me
You
had
know?
too much tequila, mang.
Oh, and that's one of the classics right there. My sister drank so much that Mexican where they beach up. They had to pick the beach up, you know, stuff like that. So it's crazy.
Oh shit.
But no, this is the famous sombrero. You know what I mean? It's
Uh oh.
this is like this is like the ones. It reminds me like you ever seen the parody of Signs? You
Uh
know,
huh.
scary movie. So this is great for the sun, eh? Like actually, I do yard work. I have another one. It's a little bit lighter. I still
Right.
gotta take it outside and kind of break it in so I could get Cocoa Krispies just like me, you know.
There you
And
go.
yeah, because it's a little bit lighter, and but everybody likes the sombrero. You know, it's
Oh, the
kind of
sombrero's Pimp Daddy, bro.
yeah, it has a unique style. Because I seen other ones and they're like this, like it has
Right.
a weird angle. But this one, I don't know. With the sun, it kind of twists, you know, with
I'm
the
telling
flow.
you. We can do a what do you call it? We could do a movie like the Adventures of Lencho Brown and his partner El Gordito.
Andale, yes, like that. We'll
That'd be
get
some funny
ourselves,
shit right there, man.
we'll get into trouble.
That's all right. Because I mean, like in Jersey, right? I don't know if you ever heard of Kevin Smith. He's the director. He did like Clerks, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob. You know, I don't know if you ever heard any of them characters.
Is it Jay and Silent Bob? Is it the one right? Those guys that come out with the music from what's that? Silence of the Lamp or something like that?
Not actually, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, actually in Clerks, actually it's funny you mention that because in Clerks 2, I believe it was, they they were doing something with with the music from Silence of the Lambs. Like Jay was dancing, and he was like tucked his junk between his legs, and he came out like in a what the hell, a trench coat.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sounds familiar. That's the thing. Like the movies, I can like recall them, and then once I see them, like, yeah, that's the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Um, but yeah, I'm telling you, in the future, for you, I see movies, I see stand up comedy. You be out there, man.
And that's the thing. Sometimes they on my lives they say, "Hey, you should do stand-ups, just 3 minutes to 5 minutes." I'm like, "Dude, I can only last a minute, and you want me to do three?" Ah.
I
Yeah.
tell you what, I mean, even people that I know, they started out doing, 3, 5, 10 minute bits. And then, some of these guys are now like headliners, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you definitely could be that caliber. You just got to, you're out there, you're in the public eye. People know who Lencho Brown is.
Yeah.
That's a character. That's your legacy, so to speak.
Yeah, Lencho Brown, and Lencho was like, cause my real name is Lorenzo, right?
Right.
So Lencho is
What's up, man?
like my Mexican family from Mexico. When I was a kid, they go, "Hey, Lencho, ven pa acá, like come here, Lencho." I like Lencho, like yeah, that's short for Lorenzo. All right, Lencho. So and then Brown, pues, cause I'm brown, you know.
Right.
So
Tracy, how you doing, hon?
the thing is like Lencho El Mexicano and Brown because of my skin. But that one just cause of I got it because of James Brown, because I always do the yard moves and the dances, and I go
Right.
maybe I could do that.
No, that's cool though. I mean, like we all, like a lot of people that I know anyway, love what you do. It's very entertaining. It keeps people smiling. It keeps people laughing. That's what it's all about, right?
Yes,
So I mean,
and when I hear and then when they comment on my videos that I made their day, um they love my stuff, and I was like, wow, to me it's a humbling experience because, I mean, I never thought. I mean, I'm like, it's not like I'm acting a fool, but I go, wow, like how much like something I do will have an effect on people. So there's sometimes like before I'll be like, you know what, that's it. Yeah, I'm done with social media. I don't want to do videos. Yeah, I gotta go back to life.
right? I say that a lot myself.
you know and then somebody at the store will recognize me like, man, I love your stuff or this and that, and that just inspires me to, okay, I should keep on going, and
Right.
but I think the best thing, and I consider myself blessed, is the gift of laughter, because there's so much stuff going out there, and that's one of the comments that people always comment, like, there's so much stuff out there, and that sometimes you just need to laugh for that moment, just to forget.
Exactly. I mean, listen, like there's people out there that do all kinds of stuff. They do whether it be funny, vindictive, you know, whatever end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? But the gift of laughter, that's something that's definitely precious. You know what I mean? Because there's maybe a handful of people in my life that make me laugh. You know what I mean? You're definitely one of them, my friend. I appreciate the videos. I watch them all day long. You got a great thing going. Keep it up. You know, someday, not saying that you're looking for the big payoff, but it will probably pay off for you in some way or another.
Yeah, man,
You know,
appreciate it. Hmm.
you know, But yeah, the gift of laughter is just is an amazing gift. And people being happy opposed to people being miserable, because what goes on today in the world. Everybody has some kind of story.
Yes.
But so I just want to give a shout out real quick to my friends down at the King's Arms 2 Diner in Belford, New Jersey. They're going to be doing a coffee event this Saturday from 10 to 3 at the Port Monmouth VFW. Trying to figure out what post it is. Let me just look at the text real quick. Yeah, the VFW in Fort Monmouth. It's 10 to 3. It's a free event to the community. Go out, show your support, and that's sponsored by our good friends over at the King's Arms Diner. Anyway, back to the madness over here.
Yeah.
So, do you got a lot of stuff coming up, Lencho? Like, as far as new videos, anything else that you might incorporate into your character?
You know what? I've been getting requests from followers like, hey, we need more dance moves, Because, of course, the lawnmower and then the cheers and then the sprinklers. But then you got the extension cord, and then the especially now that we have to trim our trees, the saw,
Right.
stuff like that. Sometimes, washing the dishes but that's how you dance cumbias, man,
There you go.
yeah, like that, and then the ¿cómo se llama? The spin the cycle from your washing machine, and everybody, pues that's where Selena, anything for Selena, So stuff like that. But there's also like there's one that I need to do, and it's called like milking the cow. Like you're milking the cow, but you could do it like that or go like this. But I always say, hey, but once you get on the dance floor, don't be opening your mouth, because that don't look right, eh? You gotta be careful. And
yeah, no doubt about that one.
I gotta be like, hey, take it. That thing looks funny. So, I always gotta warn people. Just like I always say, hey, just don't take your garden tools to the dance floor, because it's good at home. So it's stuff like that I have, and that's the thing. Like the Mexican words of the day. Yeah, sometimes if I remember like a word, I'll write it down so I won't forget. And then and there's some words like, man, I shouldn't do that one, because there was one like for eclipse, when we had the eclipse one.
Right, but that was pretty recent, right? Or was that over the summer?
I think over the summer. Yeah, it's when it was gonna go into a shadow, and it was gonna kind of get kind of dark.
Right.
Yeah, and I go, man, I gotta do one. I gotta do a word with eclipse, because that's what's gonna trend. You know. And then I was like, Mexican word of the day eclipse, like. And then I got into my truck and I said, you know what, Mexican word of the day eclipse. Every time you put on your seatbelt, make sure eclipse. That's when you know it's fastened correctly. Drive safe, homie. And I go, man.
That's right. I remember that one.
Yeah, and I showed it to my daughter. Like, what do you think? I'll pass. I like, all right, I'm posting it. And that's the video that's the first time I got in 1,000,000 likes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Even Selena Gomez posted on her story, because I was getting comments like, hey, Selena sent me. I'm like, who the heck is Selena? What are you talking about?
Right.
And then my sister's the one, dude, you came out on Selena's story. I like, what? So, well, first they go, you came out on Selena's post. So then I started looking for her on TikTok. I don't see it. Instagram, I don't see it. And I said, you know what? Her story. and then she put, and I mean, she's a celebrity, so I was like, whoa, that's like, what the hell happened here? But that's a word that I was playing around with that I thought it wasn't gonna blow up like that, you know?
Right, but it did trend.
Yeah, and then it got my first a million views, you know. I mean, a million likes, and now like, and for me it's like a million because I seen other videos like, wow, they got 2 million likes. I like that's like mind blowing.
I
So
mean,
to me,
I look at your stuff here. I mean, it's like, you get a million likes or views rather. Your how does your YouTube stuff do?
not that well. I mean, I still gotta be consistent in downloading it. I barely started, putting some videos in there. Maybe I have to do some different stuff, or I'm not sure. I'm still playing around with it. Cause like I said, like the Instagram, I have like maybe 3 months, 4 months there, and
Yeah,
it started
I
picking up too. You know.
I like I said, I'm not really a big fan of that platform because we didn't do too well on that one. But I uh I like Rumble better, to be honest with you, because with Rumble you don't need 4,000 watch hours or 1,000 followers to make money. I think realistically it's less than 20 before you could monetize,
Mm.
something like that.
And you
But
know
I mean,
what? I remember you were telling me about it when we talked. You know,
yeah,
and then I
um,
checked it out, and
uh,
but it's like everything. Like, oh man, okay, I gotta go and check it out. I'll check it out later. And
right.
so,
One thing that I would like to do for you though, I mean, because I'm going to be doing. Actually, I'm going to be posting this on Rumble probably right after we air,
okay,
and a couple of your shorts. You know, if they're on YouTube, I would definitely like to download and put a couple of them up on Rumble just to see how you do. Just a little, promotion for you.
all right, yeah, sounds good.
You know,
My shorts, like I only got right now. I don't got shorts. I got pants. Or my chonies. I just kidding. You know what chonies are?
no, what's
No.
chonies?
Chonies, like your underwear. Like, hey, what kind of chonies you have?
Oh,
Like, oh, your
so
underwear. That's why I was saying I'm gonna make some merchandise. My some chonies, like have Lencho Browns, like in front of like, you
there
know,
you go.
like, hey, ready to do the deep, baby, deep. I like that. I'm gonna do chonies, but yeah, those was chonies. Like, hey, be careful with your chonies. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
see, you gotta wear them those boxer brief chonies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because the tighty whities will clip your cojones.
yeah.
You don't want that.
The
You
fruit
sit
of
down the wrong way, like
looms. The fruit of looms. I remember the fruit of looms. But then you grow up to be a teenager and like, hey, my boxers. I'm like, hey, I want some boxers too. You know, and but
oh
yeah,
god.
but
Glenn, what's up, brother? Got a whole bunch of comments over here.
all right, go ahead. Let's see
We
what they
got
said.
we actually got some people are liking and loving the video, which I'm happy. We got some YouTube viewers tonight, which I'm really surprised about.
Great.
But yeah, YouTube, like I said, they don't really do I don't know, for some reason they do what they need to do like during the week, but like when I'm live, they it just kind of sucks. But
We could do a Mexican. I think we could do a Mexican word of the day. YouTube. I hope you have. You say like. I hope YouTube, like YouTube,
Yeah, like you too.
yeah, YouTube. I don't know that one. Like so I always try to play around with words, and sometimes like, nah, I don't know about that one, you know. You know, like I got one. Like I wanna try ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. It's because I gotta say it like that. Mexican word ibuprofen. I've been proven. It's like I've been proven, but
Right.
yeah. But some are icky, and then you get those comments. You're really stretching it. Ah, guys.
You're like, shut up.
And then that's when I say, hey, Mexico, you know what horchata means? Horchata, you ever tasted horchata?
Nah,
It's
what
like
is that?
cinnamon milk. It's like it's really good. Like it's like you find it like in Mexican. It's like aguas frescas. You ever
Okay,
seen aguas frescas like made from limonada, lemon,
right,
mango, and horchata? It's very has a cinnamon sweet taste. You know,
right.
kind of creamy. So that's the one also Mexican word de horchata. To all the beautiful haters, just keep on scrolling. Horchata F up. You know, it's crazy stuff. And that one, I was like I said, sometimes they're iffy. Like I shouldn't do that one. And you know, but now it sometimes if I'm driving and then I got myself a little thesaurus or dictionary, I'm just going. So it helps me like look at the words, and I try to see if I could find more words to work with, as I and sometimes it's spontaneous. Just I don't even have to try because if I try, it won't work. Sometimes
Right.
I just gotta be like, boom. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it
And
just gotta be something that kind of comes to mind. You really can't think about it too much.
yeah, because if I do, it's over. It's like ooh.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, then it just kind of spoils the mood.
Yeah,
But you just want to, you
like
definitely want to get into it. I mean, even like I don't know, like little like funny bits. You could even incorporate that. That'd probably be cool.
yeah.
Something like the dances, but like maybe a little different.
Because I try to do like the Mexican words dances, Like I said, the horchata dance, like horchata F up, like horchata F up, horchata. Or the disco here, disco over there, you know what I mean? What you mean? There's no, why, it's like Mexican word, they Wyoming. Wyoming, there's no chile for my tacos. F that, you know? So like that, using that and that one hit or so it's just trying out stuff and trying not to because not everything's gonna trend, not everything's gonna get their views.
Right.
It's just gotta be consistent and do it and whatever works. And I got my loyal followers, and like I tell them, like, hey man, thanks for watching. Just don't watch me too hard, cause then I get rashes, and then I gotta rub myself with cocoa butter, and you know.
And I just got somebody, Letty Hernandez. You're doing great. We're proud of you.
Oh, Leti Hernandez, I believe that's my sister.
That's your sister?
Yeah, I think she sounds like my sister, Leti Hernandez.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's the thing. My family is proud, and sometimes that's the thing. I'm one of those guys. Like, I wish I had like a camera recording me, cause, like I said, I'm spontaneous.
Right.
If I say something, it's at the moment. Cause they're like, hey, do it again. I'm like, that's it. It's like
Well,
one in a
that's the
million.
whole thing. Like you should have. Also, you got another, I believe, a family member, Vincente Hernandez. I am your number one fan.
Oh, Chente is my coworker. So shout out to him.
See,
See,
we got some people tuning in tonight, Lencho.
great, and that's another example. Like Lorenzo Lencho, and like the name Vicente Chente. You see how it's shortened?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And then I had an uncle named Crescencio. It's Chencho, you know?
Okay.
So that's how it works. That's where Lencho comes into play.
I actually knew a girl. Her last name was Vicente
Oh, okay.
or Vicente, however you would, however you would pronounce. She just happened to be like one of those like renta Italians, you know what I mean? And she said,
Yes.
"Oh, Vicente," you know, which realistically most Italians would, Vicente.
I telling you, it's amazing.
See, the man with the plan and the answers to it all, my man, Lencho Brown,
Lencho Brown ready to get down. But we'll
and
see
running
what.
for president too.
Oh yeah, Lencho. Don't don't go to a blue party. Don't go to a red party. We all know we can go to a Diddy party. Go to a Lencho Brown party, cause you know that's where we're gonna do the deep, baby, deep. And who doesn't like it deep?
That's my man.
That's crazy, you know. And I'm telling you, I'm amazed on how people react. I mean, como se dice, like their reaction to that. You know, it's like what? Like that's just stuff in my head. And then sometimes like, man, that's the funniest stuff. I'm like, what?
Well, it's funny because like we don't see ourselves how other people see us. You know, like I could think you're funny. People in the room could think you're funny, but you don't think you're funny. And like you're just sitting like let's just say cracking joke after joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you still don't think you're funny. Not you particularly. I'm just saying in general.
Yes.
I've seen that quite a few times, and just some weird shit, man. But so any plans for any crazy Lencho Brown Christmas videos or holiday videos?
Like maybe some songs. Like last year I did one, for like Santa Claus is coming to town,
Right.
and I had one like Sancho. You know what a Sancho is? Like a side dude. Like some. Hey, my Sancho. He's my Sancho. Like or
Right.
or my Sancha, like a side chick.
Right.
So when you say Sancho Claus is coming to town, he's yeah. So he sees you when you're naked. He knows when your husband's away. He likes it when you're naughty, not good. So you better give me the nalgas for goodness sake. You know?
Oh
So
my
stuff like
god, that's great.
those are the ones I did last year. So we'll see what we could do. And that's the thing. I'm doing some words like for Halloween, which people are requesting. I know I already did witches, witches.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did zombie funny, zombie crazy, zombie, it's stuff like that. So we'll
Right.
see. You
That's
know,
cool though, man. I mean, like, you definitely, get it in, every holiday, you know, and on the daily, I see your videos, you'd be keeping me laughing for the rest of my life, for Christ's sake.
I'm glad to hear that, John. Awesome. And that's one of the things that I gotta probably do, John, because you asked me what's next for Lencho Brown is for me to go out there and show my city. You know, do
Yeah.
more videos out there. because everybody says like, hey, that character I played, the landscaper. Everybody says, "Hey, man, pues what? You do it in every people's yard." And I'm like, "Dude, that's on my backyard, dude. That's my yard. That's my scenery is my yard. My neighbors probably see me out there, doing whatever, and like, ooh, look at this guy again. He's not cutting his grass, but he's doing TikToks or videos, whatever he's doing, and." But that's one of the things that I want to strive for is go out there to the mall or anywhere just to change the scenery.
Right. Actually, that'd be pretty cool, like a walk through the mall or something like that.
Yes, and break and do the uncomfortable, because sometimes you get comfortable just here, and I'm shy. There's a Mexican word they shy. Don't be shy, eh? I gotta do that, I
Kind of
gotta.
going out of the comfort zone.
Yes, and it's a must if I want to keep growing, you know.
Right.
And it's possible, and I just gotta say, you know what, F it, I'm gonna do it. Just like I'm here, this is like kind of new stuff for me, like, oh my god, it feels like I'm getting interviewed for a job, but it's funner.
But I'll tell you what, though. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, like I said, the more media that you have, the more you grow. And if you're just going to sit back and do nothing, not like again, not you in particularly, but just anybody, it's never going to get out of the garage per se. You just got to keep it, going out there, plugging away, and eventually you'll get to where you want to be. It's just you put the time in, you get the reward. You don't put the time in, you don't get the reward. Right. I mean, I don't think you would have ever thought that you would hit like 1 million followers on TikTok or 120,000 on Instagram.
Never in my dreams. That seemed like, ooh.
I mean, like, seriously, I've been on Instagram for, geez, I can't even tell you how long. And I try and grow them. They don't really happen too often. Like new followers and stuff like that. I just started one for the podcast, which also I'm going to be. I'll take this video as well and break it down into minute clips, and put them on my TikTok. Put them on what do you call it? What's the other one? Instagram, stuff like that. See how that goes. And if it goes well, great. If not, you just got to keep on plugging away. Everybody wants to what do you call it? Everybody wants to expand what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, social media is probably, that what's now, and it's probably going to be at least another 10 years until the next big wave of media comes. And we don't know what that's going to be.
Right.
But what's here now and what's selling and what's trending, you just keep with what you're doing because it seems to work for you. You're like I said, you got some of the funniest stuff out there, brother. It's a great talent you have.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And I definitely wish continued success, and keep the laughter going, man. So.
And that's something that probably I would suggest, because for a long time, like I said, I would do videos and I would do different like lip sync audios, and I wouldn't get too much views. I started doing original stuff,
Right.
and then I guess you gotta, whoever wants to strive for that, or look at your views, and the videos that get you the most views, then that's what the algorithm would categorizes you as, you know.
Right.
Because to
I'll tell
me,
you what,
like,
originality and simplicity is probably somebody's best asset when they're, trying to develop their niche. And, you seem to have done that, very well. And, a lot of people just kind of can't get it. And it's not like nothing they're doing wrong or anything. Just is what it is at the time. But, something don't work, you move on to something else. That don't work, you move on to something else.
right? And
You know,
you know what? That's why I consider myself lucky, and coming and saying that, because there's other creators, there's other individuals that put so much effort, and I'm like, whoa, that's really good. I mean, and they don't get they don't get recognized as much as they should, you know.
right?
And that's why I see, like, man, like, that's why I consider myself lucky that whatever happened, and people recognize me, those videos went wherever they went, and I touched so many people, and how, I mean, with laughter, or how they enjoy my videos. That's why I'm saying, like, whoa, because I look at other creators, other people that are doing stuff, and I'm like, whoa, but that's pretty good, What the
Yeah.
hell, So it just, it humbles me that, like, whoa, like, it's just like, I don't know, I'm speechless sometimes, like, what the hell, I'm in awe, like, damn, that's crazy.
Actually, well, another good idea for you, maybe down the line, I don't know. Develop maybe like a spoof on a podcast.
A spoofer.
Yeah, be like a podcast, but like making fun of a podcast.
Oh.
Make
But,
it. There was actually a show on TV. God, this is going back maybe 15, 20 years ago. It was called Night Shift or something like that.
mm-hmm.
And the actor was Timothy Stack. He was on a show that Howard Stern produced called Son of the Beach. But he also played a character, a talk show host called Dick Dietrich. And it was just like, it was him making fun of, whoever was on TV at that time, whether it be Montel Williams, Oprah, people like that. It was crazy. It was funny though, a spoof, if you will. Something like that maybe could work for you too. You could probably pack a lot into 2-3 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
And that's the thing. It takes time and effort. You know what I mean? Like what
Oh
you were
yeah,
saying earlier. Like, hey, it depends on, but somebody, like, how much do you wanna expand?
right. I mean, like I said, the character that you're doing, you know, I would probably say 90% of it is who you are, and the other 10% is just building the character.
Yes. And that's
You
the
know,
thing. They say, like, hey, we love your accent. I like my accent. I don't drive an accent. I drive a Honda. But some of my accent comes out. Like, even when I tell my daughters, "Hey, give me the choose." Okay, choose what, or choose what, choose the choose. Just give me the choose. You know, or like, hey, I'm making myself a shake. They start making fun of me. What, shake? or a shake? A shake.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah, so a lot of times that's me, when I'm talking, just like you say, 90% it's me, and the character, like, I mean, I grew up being, yeah, a yard man, because sometimes I'm helping people. They're like, hey man, you do this for a living? I'm like, no dude, I'm just helping him. Yeah, I'm just wearing the sombrero and stuff. It's like, because it seems like you do it for a living. Okay, yeah, I like that.
And just think, your studio is your own backyard,
Yeah,
or your house, or whatever, wherever you're going to film that day. So
it's just different angles.
exactly. Me, I don't think I have a good angle.
Oh,
I'm just an ugly son of a bitch.
no, there's beautiful angles to everybody, eh?
Oh, whoever that lucky person that finds my good angle, I'll buy him dinner.
That's what I told the doctor. Hey, they were like, hey, Mexican, we're a day Indiana. Like, okay, they only like 5 minutes. And like, hey, bend over. We're about to stick this finger in the Anna. Like, hey, what happened to dinner? Already? Like, hey, 5 minute questions. Not even 21 questions. You asked me. It's all right. Drop your chonies. Oh, man. No, and then after that, they goes, then you know what? We'll have to go ahead and send you to a specialist. What? And the same thing happened, man. Less than 5 minutes, I drop your chonies. I'm like, hey, wait a minute here. You guys already. It seems like you wanna take advantage of me, putting the finger in the Anna.
I don't even get a kiss first.
I know. Oh.
But anyway, Lencho, it's definitely good to have you on tonight. We're gonna start winding down for tonight. So how can we find you on social media?
On social media, like my TikTok username is Days915.
Okay, Days915. That's Lencho Brown on
Instagram.
TikTok, and your
Yes.
Instagram just Lencho Brown.
Yes. On TikTok is Days915.
Right.
DAYZ915. And then on Instagram is Lencho_Brown. And I think underscore. Lencho
Okay.
Brown. So right there. And then of course Facebook that's my real name.
Right.
Lorenzo Diaz.
Gotcha.
I couldn't change that one.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but I'm sure you can make a fan page off of it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I'll leave it like that. It's cool,
Exactly.
But that's where they could find me if they're
All right.
interested in looking at me.
Anyway, brother, I had a blast. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
No, John, it's a pleasure is mine. Hey, I appreciate the invite, and I really enjoy being here,
And hopefully, when I move to my new spot in a couple of weeks, maybe we could have you on closer to the holidays again.
Yeah, hopefully I will have a song for you, so I could sing it to you. I mean, to everyone.
We'll do a Lencho and Fatty Christmas show.
Hey, that sounds good, eh?
And I'll even recite my version of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Great. That'll work.
So anyway, all right, everybody. That's gonna wrap things up tonight on the Funhouse. Once again, I'd like to thank my guest, Mr. Lencho Brown. TikTok and Instagram fame, Mexican word of the day. Check him out. Some funny stuff going on there. Also, before I wrap it up, once again, if you're local in the area, Middletown, New Jersey, go over to the VFW over in Belford, or Fort Monmouth, rather. on this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. It's a coffee, something to do with coffee. I think it's a tasting party, something like that. Sponsored by the King's Arms 2 Diner. Go see our friends over there. Ash, love you, baby. That's my friend. She's a waitress over there.
Awesome.
But anyway, again, Lencho, it was a pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon. And good night, everybody. God bless. And remember, next week is my last show in this location. And then the following week, I'll be moving over to VIP Studios over in Middletown. And it'll be myself and Eddie Z on the air. And that's starting on November 5th. So for Lencho Brown and myself, good night, God bless, and talk to everybody soon.
Good night.
Here, brother.